Howdy, just checking in. Just checking in. Just seeing what y'all say today and then do a little bit of work on my excavator. And chill. Get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow, which is monkey beaver stuff, you know, .com stuff. And some job somewhere. How's it going, Jax? I can't remember the job. Oh yeah, oak tree removal, bucket truck, easy access, kind of big wood, too easy to film. How's it going, Matt? Shoot TCI. Mark, Corey, Snowman. I went on a hike today with some friends. Hiked around. Took all the kids, even like little Joey. Tiny little kid with a pack, you know, walking up steep hills. Took the baby on a backpack. And then we found a place where he could walk. So he like walked a long ways. Just a little tiny guy. Hey, Brian. Thanks, Brian. Leonard. Daniel Powell. Just pause Trevor's present vid to watch your live feed. Don't let him know. I won't tell Trevor about that at all. I won't even mention it to anybody. Good second part of the vid, even the headshot. The second part of that video, after I edited the first part of that video, what is it, like 40 minutes or something? I've never watched it again. That's not normal for me. I usually watch my own videos like right after I make them. I'm kind of like, it's like my new creation, and you know, I sit back and I look at it and I'm all, that's nice. Like my dad makes a longbow. He hangs it up on the wall and stares at it. God himself like makes creation and says, it is good. I dig it. Well, I do that with my videos. And that one, that octopus video, the first part, I didn't even watch it. But this one, the second one, I really like it. Less tedious, more getting it done. Anywho, my next video is me speed lining a pine tree. It's all helmet cam. It's blazingly fast, but it would look better even. Uh-oh. I hope Trevor isn't live right now, guys. If so, then if he's live, I'll unplug right now. I'll go over there. Is he live? I wouldn't wanna. Did the helmet crack? No, yeah, he's fine. Okay, he's not live. Thanks, Nathan. Yes, you can watch it whenever. Irene Brescalani, ciao. Means hello or something, I bet you. Or bye, like aloha. Todd Haskell. Thank you, Snowman. Jeremy Allen, howdy. Ciao, Irene. I'm doing good. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the new video. It takes some effort to put those edits in there where I was showing the redirect of the rope route, and it was showing how so you got two codominant leads. I guess you have to have two codominant leads, right? Or they wouldn't be codominant. So you have two leads. There's a massive bark inclusion where they connect. And so everybody knows that if you have two leads side by side with a massive bark inclusion, if you pry them apart, they can break. Yo, August, what do you think about Thorogood? I don't know those. Don't know about those. Mo Dominant. That's right. So, Australian trees? Nope. Haven't climbed any. Well, I guess I've climbed eucalyptus trees in Southern California back before I was doing any filming. That was interesting. I was the only guy that spoke English on that crew. Hey, August. Well, that was awesome to watch. Thanks. So, when I made that redirect rope route where the line was flashing in the video, by the way, if you're watching this later and you wonder what I'm talking about, the video is called Tree Fights Back. It's the second half of a long video. Anyway, the camera doesn't really show it, but it's some pretty big pieces I was topping. And those two leads, they come together when the piece comes off. They come together, man, and they work it out as a team. I've done those types of trees before where I did a big enough weight where I nearly got smacked between the two when the weight came and sucked them together. And that was exciting, but I moved. Too bad I wasn't filming. That was back when there was no technology for capturing action video. I can't keep up. Number 2 was great. Really big shirts, I think there might be like 2, maybe 3 double XLs. Well, since I mentioned those in the video, let me show you. I'll be right back. Oh, I don't have to go far. These are classy. Ah, these are so beautiful. I like simplicity, you know? Real simplicity. You guys probably want to see it. Jeff Schroeder, save Jeff and XL. I don't know, Jeff. We'll have to talk about that. Go check it out. No, you guys don't want to see it. We can show you later, huh? No? Oh, you do? All right. Okay. August, I have noticed from previous video that you prefer DRT over... I mostly climb DRT on removals because that's just what I did so much in my life. And I don't ever do pruning. So, yeah, I mostly climb DRT. My life of pruning big trees, wind thinning, mistletoe, dead wood, in weight reduction on liquid ambers and all that stuff, my life of that is over. I'm a sore, old, tired, arthritic dude. Trevor is right. I'm old. And that will offend the guys older than me. But let me explain it. Bad injuries and hard work. In other words, I chose to do things that would have been better for a larger frame. No, I can lift that type of stuff. And when I would get into a tree, from the time I started, I had this stupid pace where I wanted every movement to lead into another movement, and it was just charging. So I feel like maybe I've played too hard. And then there's the playing thing. I have played too hard. I have a past, a history of wild, hold my beer type stuff. And I beat myself up a bit. So that's what I mean. I don't want to offend the people who are, I'm only 52, right? I got a lot. I can still fake it in a tree. But I'm not that stout. Not like I was. And that's... Anyway, did you guys want to see this shirt? Trevor! How you doing? Cheers. Yeah, Mark says, oh, Mark, that Moret guy. You should never be bored, Trevor. Never, ever be bored. That is unnecessary. Yeah, but you could get yourself into some kind of busyness. What's Trevor drinking? Is he drinking that cinnamon stuff? I am drinking bubbly. I'm a nut for this stuff. Bored is a broad term. I'm referring to. Yeah, I know what you mean. I do. Bored is a trigger word for me, though. As soon as somebody's bored, because when a kid tells you, I'm bored, it's just like, it's one of those times where shut up might cross your synapses. And you may think of saying it. Anyway, the shirt. Nah, I can't show you guys. You'll have to see it later. It's later. I just think it's super classy. Super classy. Simple. And then if you want to see it, if you're walking away from somebody, you know, you gotta leave, you gotta go somewhere, and you're like, you wanted to look cool while you were there, but then you thought, dang, I want to look cool when I'm leaving. Well, look at this. We got that covered too. You look cool both sides. I mean, I guess I should have thought of something to do on the side to make you look cool, but I figure I leave something up to you guys. Anyway, this is a 200T. You know, it's the greatest saw ever made for climbing in a tree. I mean, even those guys that insist on using a Husky for other stuff, even they will grab one of these. Oh, look at that, Trav. That's funny. And thank you. Trav kicked me $2. When I'm on his live feed, I think I hooked him up with some money. And then I felt bad because he felt like he had to buy a shirt because I was giving him money. It was awkward. We got it worked out though. The swear jar. Oh, is that what it was? I missed it. You have 200 T's you can part with. I don't. It'll be on the site. Well, if I wasn't on this live video right now, I would be putting this up on the website maybe. But it'll be on tomorrow. What's a booyaka? I don't know what that is. Recently bought most of 200T from a friend. Okay, so that means he's going to rebuild it. 20 bags of firewood to the pit master down the street earlier today for like $200. 50-pound bags for $20 a piece. 4 racks of ribs. Oh, I see. Yeah, the barbecue. Mm-hmm. There used to be a barbecue place here that closed down. And I'd cut down a cherry tree or something, and I'd just chop up some pieces, throw it in the truck. Drive down to Leo's Barbecue. They had some goofy slogan like "Nobody beats our meat" or something like that. I'd drive down there and I'd give them that cherry, apple, whatever it was, and they'd give me a big old brisket. A chainsaw is a chainsaw, it doesn't matter the saw. This is true sometimes. This is not true in a tree. There are better things than other things. I use that little echo a lot, and I love it because it's super duper light, and the quarter pitch chain and bar make it really scream. But here's what I've noticed about Huskies. They are finicky to start, especially when they're hanging off your saddle and swinging around. So go back and check my video. Don't remember what it's called, but we were cutting a tree in a deck. And tree grows out of a deck, right? It's a pretty big tree. Took a lot of rigging, no crane. And I just happened to have had 2 modified Huskies that I had just got from the Saw King for my buddy James Cabral in Missouri. And so I was just going to try them out and then send them on to him. They were crazy, ridiculously powerful. Like the kind of, you ever hear like a car that is too powerful, which is not possible, that sounds like it's falling down when it's running. It's like, it's just like, it just like doesn't have like a purring sound. Well, it was like that. It was just rough. But then when you hit the throttle, it was just like, right through the wood. But as soon as you hung it off of your saddle and climbed around and that thing swung back and forth hanging down, couldn't start it. I don't know why it is that Huskies get weird for starting. That's been my experience. I tried the first Husky trim top handle saw that came out years ago because I wanted to be a Husky guy. I thought, well, that looks really cool, and it was this saw. It was a Husky trim saw. Look, it was like the predecessor to the 540, but it wasn't the 540. It wasn't as powerful. And on the back of it was where the spark plug was, and it had like this little pyramid shaped cover that went over that spark plug area, and something would happen. Something would go haywire in there, and then when you were cutting and you put your elbow, your kind of forearm up against it or doing anything like that, that thing would shock you like electric shock therapy and make you hate Husky. And so, yeah, I like a steel, and I like the big Husky saws, like falling saws and stuff. Probably just as good as a steel, but I don't have any because I still have my stills because they still keep working. And you get a really good pro saw, it's going to last you. Night J, you got to email me, augusthuneke@gmail.com. Yeah, some of you may have noticed that I'm an operator more than a mechanic on everything. I'm a pretty decent operator of things. And I can even sort of feel the pain of a machine. But it doesn't mean that I know what's under the hood and I can go fix it or something. Quick question, how much is it Freon to retrofit my Protos helmets to, I don't know. You get the Cena units, and every time I set up a helmet communication in my hat, I do it a different way every time. I operate YouTube like a boss. Thanks. 562 XP will rip. Yeah, I'm not a Husky hater. Why does your crew grind large branches? Okay, let's listen to this guy for a second. Why does your crew grind large branches that could be used for firewood? What do you do with all the wood chips? Wood chips are things that people want. And the best chips, the best wood chips you can get come from wood. Just saying. There's no better wood chips than chips from wood. And you can fill up your truck better with wood than with twigs or the bitter extreme ends of branches, or like all the little sucker whips off of a fruit tree. Some little old lady's like, "Can I have the chips?" And you're like, "That's going to be a wheelbarrow load of stringy crap. Are you sure you want it? Here, let's talk about this later." That's one reason that we chip wood. We chip wood because how much wood would a wood chip if a chip could wood chip? Yes, sir.
Liberty's watching the evening news with me, and there was just a story on there regarding people buying chicks because they're afraid there won't be any more eggs in the grocery store.
Oh, yeah.
So they're selling out immediately.
Yeah, I knew that a while back. I was ahead of them. I got so many chickens out there.
Well, you got 17.
I got 17 chickens ready for Armageddon. All right. Best wood chips are the wood ones. I don't mean that to be overly sarcastic, but I like to say things in a dry, funny way. And it's also true. That's why. Hey, August, longtime viewer here, just sitting in the shadows for the most time, looking for some of the new boots. Want to try something new after ARB Pros now. I don't know anything about the new stuff. Don't wear them. I wear the old stuff. Oh my goodness, I dropped you guys. So sorry. I wear whites, lineman boots. I run those Axe 19s. You know, while I'm on that subject, I never have time to type out a stinking novel of response to people who ask me 100 million, thousand, billion times about why I'm chipping so much wood on the internet. But I have a big wood chipper because it chips big wood. And we are movers. We are the moving company. Somebody hires us to take that thing from the backyard and move it somewhere else. And we can get more of that thing moved in smaller little itty bitty pieces blown into the back of a truck. Now, do we chip everything? No. So what happened on this video, this big oak tree video? We chipped some oak wood, and all the firewood lovers and the people who think that surely somewhere somebody is going to be doing some dang firewood fancy furniture making business or something, they just think that surely we have got to be the worst wasters in the history of the world. And the truth is, locally, nobody wants it. We can't give it away. They'll say they want it, but will they come pick it up? No. They want you to make a special trip to their house and drop it off for them. Will the mill take black oak wood this big around? You think they might. They don't want it. Ask anybody around here. Nobody will take it. There might be some people that would take it if you dropped it off at their house. They won't pay you for it. So what we're usually trying to do is convince the homeowner to keep the wood. And they'll come up with questions like, so, do I get a break on the price if you get the wood? I mean, no. You get charged more if we get the wood, because we're moving this thing of which we have no short supply of off of your property. Okay? So, why do I chip big wood? Because of that reason also. Am I being clear? Does anybody else? Is this comment section going to fire up and dang back me up on this? I feel like I'm arguing with myself, huh? Nobody's even arguing with me. Here in England, okay, hold on, England guy. Redhead Forester. We marvel at the size of the stuff you chip. Got a friend who's got a U truck on his driveway. He can't sell though. I don't know what that means. But yeah, I know over there it's like a whole different model, a business model. I've got friends over there and they got a little chipper, and and they ain't chipping no big wood. But here, there's a lot of trees. There's a lot of junk too. There's cottonwoods. There's a lot of stuff that people don't want anything, and sadly, there's a lot of Americans who won't work, who don't work hard. They won't come get nothing. They won't lift anything. They want you to bring it to them and drop it off. They don't want to pay for it. So, yeah. It's probably that way everywhere. I don't want to pick on my own countrymen. Because after all, I'm part of a massive brotherhood of hardworking people, right? Had a few big oaks down. Yeah, we'll donate the wood too. We'd like to donate it right where it came from. People aren't like that up here. They understand. Hey, August, have you ever thought of putting big rails on the crane for easy loading wood? Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I do haul wood on the crane sometimes, but I don't show everything we do. I show a tiny percentage of what we do. People think that I got a video rolling on every job. I don't. The video takes time. So we're not filming everything. We film what we film, and we don't film what we don't film. Drone takes time, John. So yeah, I haven't been doing much drone footage because I guess I need a new one. The drone keeps wanting to crash. Probably because I've crashed it a few times. I submerged it in a pond. I crashed it from 100 and some feet all the way down to the ground. I've crashed it into the sand and into the rocks and into the ground and into the trees and into the water. And now when I fly it up there, it acts like it doesn't want to be up there. So, yeah, I got to buy a drone. But I haven't really been thinking it was super economic timing for a new drone right now. And besides, it seems like Big Brother is tightening the noose on every kind of cool thing like that because of all the people that have ruined it for everyone. Know what I mean? There's a lot of people who do really, really stupid stuff with a drone. And then they... Oh, yes. Yeah. I'm going to go on another rant. Can I give away all the chips I make locally so we chip what we can? Yeah. I bring most of the chips home, actually. I could point at a chip pile out this window with this phone right here that'd blow your mind. Absolutely blow your mind the amount of chips I bring home, and I like them. Someday I'm going to have the most rich, ridiculous, awesome soil that ever soiled. August, my wife Debbie says good night. Good night, Debbie. Chip drop, don't use it. I don't pay anyone to fly the drone. I fly that myself. I'm like that octopus tree, only I'm me. I do many things at the same time. August needs a film crew on every job. Build fire, drink beer. Our chip pile is 4,000 yards in 3 months. That's a lot. I don't pay anyone to fly the drone. Firewood for sale. Have you seen those ones where the person is trying to shake down the contractor for, here's the deal, you see it on Craigslist. I'll give you this wood. How much are you going to pay me for it? They'll show you a tree jammed between two glass houses built with a a deck around it with all kinds of tricky stuff, and then they want to know how much you're going to pay them for it. It's pretty silly. Howdy, Bruce. Yeah, they want us to pay them for their firewood after we figure out how to get it out of the sky without wrecking their stuff that they're real happy to sit there like a vulture hoping we mess something up so that they can collect insurance. Not saying that every customer like that is like that, but those people are out there. When you're doing bids, yeah, mow my lawn for the dog poo is the same thing. Exactly, Jeff. Will you mow my lawn for the dog poo? Yeah. So no, we don't do it for the wood. Now, we have a redwood next week. It's probably 10 feet across. I might be interested in taking the butt from that tree, but then again, I might not, because we have the job bid such that we only have to take it down to 20 feet, so we can leave a 20-foot stump there. And let me tell you, we're going to be tempted to do that and drive away. But we might take that stump, that giant log, put it on the crane, drive it home, and do something with it later. But it's probably rotten inside. Do customers want to add on to the job? Sometimes. What's your number one selling wood? We don't sell wood. If I was going to answer that, I would say that there are jobs where the logs go to a mill. I call a log truck. He comes, picks them up when we're done. You have to be able to get things down in 27-foot pieces. So, you know, a lot of times if you can put a 27-foot log down, then and that's pretty gravy, right? Most of the work we do doesn't allow us to do stuff like that. But occasionally, call a log truck guy will come pick them up when we're done. And I don't care about it because that money goes straight to the client. I'll tell the client when I'm looking at the job, here's how much I'll charge you to move that thing from where it's at to somewhere else. That's my fee. And you will get compensated something from the mill if I have somebody come pick up those logs for you. Then you'll get a check in the mail, but it's got nothing to do with me or my fee. We're not in the wood business. I right before this Corona thing, I was looking really hard at buying a mill, and then it would change things where I would have like a gold miner digging dirt. He's curious, what's in that dirt? What's that look like under there? Well, some of the milling guys, the smaller ones, they're like that too. The guys that hunt burls and stuff. They look at a piece of wood like, oh, what's that going to look like if I cut it open? Like when you're a kid and you break rocks. You go, every kid goes on a phase where they break rocks. Because they like to see what's in the rock. Whoa, it's so weird. They look different on the inside than they do on the outside. You whack the rock open, it's all speckly, and there's like pieces of color and stuff in there. Right? Well, you can get that way if you have a mill. You look at every job differently. You're thinking, ooh, I'd like to see what's inside that piece of wood. I could, I don't got to go to Home Depot to buy stuff. So yeah, to honor the request of people who are wondering about the waste of wood, yes, I want a mill. But most tree services don't have one, and I currently don't have one yet. And when I do, I'll be taking more wood home to carve it up and see what's inside so that I can be creative with it. But a moneymaker? Nah, that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother thing that people do. Like, you can't just go out and sell your lumber after you mill it, because then you have to get all this, there's all these structural engineering things, that watchdogs that are making sure that anybody that's selling something is selling something that's grade A, number one, pay us your money so we can tell you it's good before somebody builds a home with it or something. So, it's not that simple. It's not that simple. Do you have a lot of people wanting to barter your service as opposed to just paying. No, the marijuana people want to do that. They always think that you want to get really high, and so they'll try to pay you with weed. But I don't. I tell them, no, I did that. I got high already, a long time ago, and I grew out of it. Not saying that somebody is a loser if they smoke weed. Just for me, I don't need to anymore. I put my time in. I was young. And actually, it lasted quite a while. But yeah, it's not my thing. I put my time in, people. I did. I really, really did. I know about stuff. I don't need to smoke dope no more. It's not my thing. So if they offer me some weed, I'll be like, hey, I tell you what, how about you keep that and give me some money? Pretty looking like time to go. Let's say I go at... Did I miss a super chat? How do I tell who did that? Somebody. Thank you. Somebody. That redwood's big at the base, Eric. I bet it's 10 feet across. I haven't seen it in a year or two. Sawmill your lumber. That's what I was just talking about. I think I will. I think I'll get one someday. If the economy improves and I can afford one. You guys should see my log decks. I've been preparing for someday being able to mill. I got some serious... I could make this whole property impenetrable, just pile wood around it. Nobody could get here. See you later, Brian. Thanks. Brian Floyd. Thank you, thank you. Joshua Hazel. Thank you. Snowman, that guy, man, he's making somebody, whoever you work for, or if you work for yourself, you're making yourself happy. Super chat, John, is when people just give you money, like all of a sudden on YouTube somehow. They find a thing and they go, give that guy money, and then the thing goes, well, how much? And then you say how much, and then boom, your money's gone, just like that. Yeah, you guys should try it. Get rid of some money quick. It only took 3 days of social distancing for Christ to overcome death. Osage John. Your wife says, what's the $20? John. Thanks, Gary. Good night. Do the bugs get it in the trees bad on the... Yeah, we got a lot of bugs here. We got bugs eating trees. When I tell August... Okay, hold on, let's see here. When I tell her it's August, she says, money well spent. Well, thank you. I think the biggest tip I ever got on a tree job was $275. Not including when people had mercy on me because they know I was underbid and they gave me an amount at the end of the job that was more appropriate to what I had worked for them. Then they're kind of like not really tipping you. They're like saving you from yourself. But a well-paying customer once gave me like $275. And another guy tipped me. I was working for somebody else. I think it was $150 he tipped me. I climbed his tree barefoot because he's really, really worried about the springtime and the bark slipping on the tree and all this stuff. And I was pruning and I was like, don't worry about it. We'll be gentle with the tree. And I took off my shoes. And that guy was like, take my money. Logan. Thank you for being you. It's a sticker. $20 sticker. Thank you, sir. Can you grade logs for Vegas in my Earth ship? Or do I need a forester to grade the logs? Morit, I often don't understand. I don't know how to grade logs. I can tell you when a log's good and when it's bad. Logan, thank you. Probably the Ditch Witches are the best skid steers, but I'm a Vermeer guy because they are family and they make a kick butt skid steer. I've not had a Ditch Witch. I'm just going on the reputation that I hear that, like, even the Vermeer guys are, yeah, those are pretty good. I don't like the smell of skunks or gasoline. Interesting. Vermeer for life. Thanks, Corey. Lots to learn. How long does it take for someone to become a fairly competent climber? You can get that done pretty quick. 2 years. You be a Jedi in 2 years. You do things. Yeah. That's a deep question. I could get pretty deep on that. Let's see here. I told my wife about the $25 super chat. She said, what about me? She got a new iPad about an hour ago. Uh-oh, should I not be saying this out loud? Anyone else find that self-employed clients are usually more willing to pay? I don't focus on people who I feel like are looking for the lowball price. Believe it or not, a lot of big contracts like government stuff is everyone thinks that the government's paying tons of money for things, but no, I find that some of the most horribly bid jobs are ones where you wanted a big job and so you bid too low and you were bidding against other people who wanted the job and it's for some big entity and it doesn't pay. Did you ever decide on bat time, same bat channel? No, I haven't figured that out yet. Thank you, Logan, by the way. Check out the Matthew Cremona on YouTube, and he made his own bandsaw mill. I can't do that, see, I'm an operator. That guy is not, he's an operator, but he's also very, very, very astute. He has a different skill. He's got my skills, plus, I don't know, that guy's different than me. He's better. Fundamentals of tree work and working climber are great mentors if you don't have them around. Indeed. Yeah, I can't invent super intricate, like, mills and mechanical things. Yeah, we also don't want to have a bandsaw mill. We want an actual circular saw blade. I've looked that far into it with Joe. 41-year-old tree. Who said that? Rick? Yeah, it was real young. What'd you do? Screenshot it and count the rings? Can you remember taking out your first top? I think so. I think I do. It all happened in one place. It was, see, it's too big of a subject. Remind me, come back. I'll be here again earlier in the live feed. Ask me a question like that, and I'll go into story mode. Nah, the wood miser. Mm-mm. Don't want a bandsaw. 5 people in my crew. You can do anything if you set your mind. Yeah, I don't set my mind to do the things that I don't want to do. I am very... I have quick resolve. I know what I want to do, and I know what I don't want to do. And I don't do what I don't want to do mostly. To a fault even. Like paperwork. But I know how to delegate. So if I can find anybody good at something that likes to do something that I don't like to do, then I team up with people like that. Paperwork people, accountants, lawyers, stuff like that. There's a Jedi in every field that can make you shine, and you get to do what work your strengths. Years ago, some people probably remember this. If you were left-handed, they slap your hand with a ruler and force you to write right-handed in a classroom. They want everybody to be a yellow pencil in that whole place. You're a yellow pencil. If you're not a yellow pencil and you don't have a white shirt and a black tie, then you're not doing it right. No left-handers allowed. Turns out left-handed people are usually the geniuses. But no, you slap that hand with a ruler and they're not allowed to be what they're, right? Stupid. Super stupid. They would take somebody, and I said all that because the point is, you can develop things that you can become better. Like if you suck at music or something, fine, get better at it if you want to. Always wanted to be good at music, so I started learning, and now look at me, I can do it this much better. That's great. But you don't live that long, right? Might as well develop the things that you're good at. Work those things. Then, whoa, you're going to get noteworthy. Somebody's going to notice that. You're going to have a better this and a better that. Work your strengths. And then when you got so much time on your hands because working your strengths has made a place for you in this world, then maybe build up on some of those things that you're not so good at. I'm not advocating laziness toward the unfun duties that we have to do, like, being a good dad or something where you have to say no to work now and then, or you have to do hard things. I'm not saying not to do hard things because you don't like to do them. I'm just saying, vocationally speaking, find what you love and do that. Work it. Shake it up. The pencil had to be a number 2. It had to be yellow. You couldn't use it if it was too short, and the eraser had to be in good shape. And if you weren't that guy, you couldn't write, monogram on it, carve on it, pencil fight with it, do nothing with it, except look a certain way. I'm not down with that. I don't like that. Are you still using the Echo? Yes, I am. I love it. Are you your own mechanic? No. I'm not good at it. I need to go. I just do. Chilling? What does that mean? Did I say something that was chilling? Or are you just chilling? In which case, it would be CHILLN apostrophe? This is my buddy Travis Barney's shirt. He has his own company now. When I first went independent, he was my guy. Nah. I wasn't completely independent, and he worked for both companies, mine and the one that I was managing. He's chillaxing. Yeah, thank you, Eagle. Yeah. See the shirt again? It's super classy, right? It's not on the website yet. But it's just simple. Who is that guy who is that guy over there in the room, right? Who's that guy leaving? That guy seems better than the rest of humanity. I'm gonna go, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. And I'll talk to you later.